What's up there, fellow YouTubers? This is Chris from the Anomalies channel. I got another pretty cool one for you guys. This one's pretty neat. I think you'll like this one a lot. This one's basically a follow-up of my buddy did the. He's from the channel The Olympus Sky. Check him out. I'll show you the picture in a minute. He calls it the How to and Claire Maz City, and then it says official image. He did a great job in showing these cities in this particular picture. I've looked at it 1000%. They're there, and I'll show it to you right here. Get it yourself. All right, this is it right here. This is a perspective view of Turby Crater, and you can see you got your JPEG and you got your TIFF. You know, the JPEG's very tiny. It's only a 1.5 meg, and this one here is 24 megs. A little bit bigger. It's a TIFF. Take you a couple seconds to download it, depending on your speed. Not very big, but always go for the TIFF. Better, a little bit better resolution, and so on and so forth. And it says right here, just the first paragraph, the high resolution stereo camera, or HRSC, on board ESA's, or European Space Agency, Mars Express Orbiter, imaged the Turby crater on Mars on 13 April 2007 during orbit 4199. The region is of great scientific interest, as sediments there reveal information on the role of water in the history of the planet. I don't think that's what they're there for. And unfortunately, this is just another piece of crap handed to the public. You could just see it's a mess. I mean, just look at it. If this is supposed to be sunlight coming from, I'm going to say the left side of the picture, why is it on the back ridge here? I mean, always be wary, guys, of this right here. The lighted areas. Anything that's lit up and the rest of it isn't, be wary. There's a reason why. They're trying to hide something. Point blank, period. That's it. So there you go. You can, and I'll definitely leave the link, as always, in the description. You guys can check this out for yourself. This is on the ESA, or the European Space Agency, as you can see. So this is not made up stuff. But anyway, let me jump out of that. Okay. And let me jump to this picture here. And I'm just going to show you what he found real quick, which is not a big deal. I didn't really filter this out to do the areas he did. Check his video out. He does a great job of it. It can be, I mean, you could just pick a spot. It really doesn't matter. This is what, I don't know if you guys noticed this right off the bat. I haven't done anything to the picture, but just look, there's like a little bit of green everywhere you look in here. See it? I believe these are trees, and you're going to see this for yourself. This is actually pretty wild. Let me see here. Let me go down. We could pick any spot here. It really doesn't matter. Well, let's go to this one here. Yeah, let's just pick the spot here. I mean, just when you just look at this, when you zoom into this, you can see what looks like little patterns and stuff. See it? I mean, right here. Well, let's just kind of go slow over to see if we can see any other patterns you guys can pick out. This is the base image. Okay. Just in here alone, look at this. Now, some people will argue, these hardcore people will be like, it's nothing but compression in the picture or the video. Call it what you want. It's not. I mean, I know some pictures are. I get that. Some of these videos clearly show this stuff, and this is not. And without a doubt, because compression video, any kind of artifacts in that will actually show like a pattern, and it's a continuous pattern. These here, you can. I mean, this again, base picture. Look at it. Look at it right here. Looks like roads, little structures everywhere in here. Look at this. I mean, just everywhere you look, there's some kind of different structure. There's nothing uniformed about it. It's just randomly there. And I usually like to, and like I said, I don't have this really done up where you guys can really see this well. I'm not set up. I was trying to do it. I'm actually interested in a couple other areas which are darker, and this is the reason why this looks light. So I'll show you that in a minute. Even in inversion, I mean, just look at the shapes. I mean, they're just, just so to show you that they are actually there. But okay. My interests are back, and there's actually 4 spots I'm interested in. Okay, let's do this. It's up here, where you can see it's darker. It's another spot up here, inside this bright area, and down in here and behind this other mountain here. Okay, so I'm going to go right to the top part, right off the bat. And it's going to be hard to see, but there's a reason why I'm showing you this one first, and you'll see. But see all of this right in here? All right, there's a bunch of structures, all kinds of things, and what I believe to be roads. Okay. Now, if you look all inside here, you can see all these little tiny little dots and little squares and stuff like that. Now, don't get me wrong, I know probably some of them are rocks and stuff like that, but this is a really large area. It really is. But you can see like all these, if anytime you guys want to see a particular part of this video, pause it. And then what you do is hit your control, your CTRL, and at the same time you're holding that button down, you can hit the plus or minus, well usually the plus because you want to zoom in, right there at the top where your numeric buttons are, right above all your letters. So, yeah, just above the QWERTY right there on your keyboard. And you can actually zoom into this and see this stuff for yourself. A lot of times when I zoom in, it will get really pixelated, and that's no good. Anyway, this part right here, okay? This is what I want you guys to see. If you concentrate on this one right here, this looks like a road. Just follow the very tip of that cursor. It goes right here. And just watch the way this thing goes down. It goes right here. Takes a curve right here. Comes back out. Curves right here. And goes back into here. Okay, and then down into here and wherever else it goes. And then there's another one. It looks like there's something sticking out here in the mountainside. I don't know what this is, or if it's just a mountainside. It kind of gives you that weird depth perception kind of thing going on. But then there's this right here. There's some kind of, I don't know what this is right here. There's something there. But anyway, it goes right down here, down into this area, and there's all kinds of, looks like structures down here. Okay. And I know it doesn't look very clear, and I get that. But let me equalize. Now, the reason why I did this, it's got this weird glaze over it. But here's the thing, what I want you to see. It's more of a natural, how you'd view this. It seems to me this was taken at night. Again, I'm just speculating, but this is what it looks like to me. If you look at this back road, and I showed you earlier, it looks like vehicles with headlights on. And I know it sounds crazy, but you're going to see the other 4 areas I've got, it's going to kind of make you think. And guys, just so you guys will understand this, the people who are naysayers, think of this. I just showed you some structures down there, and I'm going to show you. Guys, stick with me in this video. You're going to understand why at the end, because it gets better and more clearer to you. If there's structures there, why is it far-fetched or a far leap to believe that they wouldn't have cars? I mean, I've showed you cars in my videos where either A, they were hidden in the picture, or half buried, or anything like that. Believe me, they're there. I mean, whether people want to believe that or not, and I'm not here to convince you. I'm just trying to show you, and then you can take your own guess or your own look at it and tell me what you think. That's all there is to this video. That's all to any of my videos. I'm never absolute. I just say it sure looks like that, or so on and so forth, or looks like, or kind of, phrases like that. So, I mean, if you look at this, like I said, the back one, okay, there's like these little dots all over this, and they look like they're lit up in front. See it? All the way down. Okay, and on this one's no different. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4. And there's something right there. I don't know what that is. You can see something right there and right there. Then they run all the way down. There's another one, another one, another one. And look right here, little tiny dots. Now zoom in yourself, like I said, and you'll see this. And it comes down into this area, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It looks like there's something like they're on angles, but they run parallel with each other. I mean, it's crazy. And look at this. It comes down. There's another road over here. There's something round, some kind of structure right there. It looks like it comes into here. I mean, it's crazy. And don't get me wrong now. There's a lot of stuff hidden in here. So don't be surprised if you go, well, why would a road just end up nowhere? Well, it's not that it ends up nowhere. They just blotched it out, and you can't continue on with the road, or at least it's so small you can't see it. So, understandably so. But, like I said, I believe this is roadways. And you can just see the way this one comes out. It goes off this main road right here. This is one of them. And it goes back out, and like this, it curves, goes around, kind of goes around. And all the way down there's this, and you can see like this separated too. Like there's one here, one here, one, and then there's another break, and there's like you'd see cars on a regular road today. And look at way back in the background here, like the stuff is lit up, or see it? I don't know. There's something right here that's kind of bright. All right. Now when I invert it, look at the little dots now. See how they're like kind of spread apart from each other? There's a couple close, then a nice area. See how like they're all right there? This is what had the brightness on the front of them, or on the side, whatever, call them what you want. And you can see these. Now you can see it. It's actually, you can actually see them coming all the way down in here, and here's those other structures. But you can see these things all the way up the road here, and then some of them are spread apart. Okay? And see the way the road runs like this here? Okay. And it's just kind of ironic that they just happen to be on, these little tiny little things happen to be on this squiggly line. Let's say you go, that's not cars, that's not roads. Okay. Coincidentally, this is just, I'm going to call it a line. Let's say it's not even a road. They just happen to have these little specks all the way on there, just happen to be just perfect. Come on. So anyway, so now let's get to the other one. And this one kind of blew my mind and really kind of, well, I wouldn't say solidified it for me, but kind of made me think. So we're going from here, and all, like I said, these are really, really tiny here. And now you can see like this. You just got to zoom into this part, these parts here, because this structure's all the way up in, and of course they really scribble a lot of this out, and that's really sucks because it's too bad. But then it looks like if you get really close to this, it looks like there's like browned out areas to kind of hide the roads. But then it comes into this area over here, and this looks like a bridge. I'm going to show you that in a minute. Watch this. Look at this thing. The reason why I say it looks like a bridge is because it comes around here. Now look at the way this mountain comes down. It looks like it comes down into this valley, and it comes back up to here. Whoops, my bad. It looks like it comes down right in here, like a valley area, and it comes back up, and then it meets this. So the bridge goes over this. It looks like there's something standing right here, like the middle of it. And look at the way these things run. Now these may be manipulations, and I'm going to show you that in a little bit. It looks like they kind of like, I don't even know how to explain it. It's like different segments of the picture, like either they threw them together or they just other things they don't want you to see. But coincidentally, they just happen to be on what looks like a bridge. So even if these are not cars or not lights, they just happen to be on what looks like. Why would they put them there? I mean, it actually made it stand out more if that's the case, because, like I said, it looks like a valley, comes back up. And all right, now here's the weird thing. It's got some kind of complex or some kind of wide open area right here. And guys, here's what's really crazy. It looks like there's trees everywhere you look. Look at this. Pop. Everywhere. Everywhere you look. I mean, just zoom in. If you don't want me to continue on with this, I'll leave it like that. Pause it right here. Zoom in on this picture. Unfortunately, it did a good job of really messing with this thing. But anyway, you could just see things all in here. Look at everywhere you look. Something there. All these little tiny little features. Rectangular structure. Looks like trees all along the side of the road. Because think about it. If the road ran behind it, you wouldn't see it. I mean, common sense. If you looked at Google and the trees overhang a road, you're not going to see the road. But, I mean, just look all the way in the background here. Like these round things, these different patterns, all these different buildings. All the way in here. Look at all of these line of buildings or whatever these things are in here. All right there. All in here. And it looks like there's a lot of greenery here, guys. And this is what's even crazier. All of these little things come all the way down to here. And you see like different, it looks like just different areas. And it looks like road and everything else runs here. And it actually runs down past that. It actually runs right down here and then it gets all blotched out. This is what I was talking about, how you go, well, where does the road go? Well, they're not going to clearly show you this. They're going to block this out any way they can. But, I mean, you could just see these things. Look at this. Like this, it looks like a road that runs along here. Then, you know, of course, this is all, you can just see how that's just really pixelated. But I don't know. These look like trees. This looks like a bridge. It's nuts. Now, if I invert this, you can see what it looks like I said, just look at the patterns of this. Look how it's like perfectly spaced apart. Then it gets a little closer up here. And you can see it actually runs down. And it comes back up over to the bridge. And look at all these little squares right in here. See it? Different pattern areas, like the landscape has been cut out. And all over here, there's 1, 2, 3. They look like they're on angles, but they're running parallel with each other. And it just comes down, and, you know, again, it just goes off. Here's that road again. This time it's dark because it's inverted. There's something way back in there. I don't know what they do with that. I don't know if that's just part of a crater or whatever it is. But, again, you know, there it is. But let's do a little comparison, just to give you guys an idea. Here's your bridge, and you can see how tiny those cars would be, and here's that other area. Okay? This is probably one of the pictures that is not, meaning in size comparison, it looks like it's consistent that way. Because if you picture that bridge and all those tiny cars, I don't know which one would be further, what area, but this looks like it'd be further away than this is. But if you look at that small roads, okay, that run right here, and there's that main one right here, look how tiny these little cars are. They're tiny little dots. Well, there you go. If this is further off, that bridge is a bridge, well, there you go. This appears to be closer anyway than this does. Seems pretty consistent. Okay. Now I'm going to jump to the other one right here. Now, again, lighted areas. Be careful. It looks like it appears to be 2 bridges running right here. Now, I'm going to zoom into that. All right. Here's the crazy part. If you look, I'm going to see if I can find this thing again. Well, Well, there's something right here. It looks like there's like all these little tiny structures right here. You can't really tell what they are, and I understand that. But, I mean, it looks like, just look at these little white dots all over the place, and it looks like cleared areas and roads, okay? This right here, I'm going to brighten this up a little bit, and I'm going to equalize it. Okay. Now, if you look in here, even when I invert, let's invert this a minute. Look at all these little dots right here. All in this area, it's like a cutout area. See it? All these little buildings and stuff right here. And look at the way this road runs. Okay? Looks like it runs down, goes through here. There's another one that looks like it runs up here. All the way up here. And look at this. Looks like another bridge way in the background. And it looks like it has an archway on it. Look at it. See it? It's got another support, and then it kind of keeps going and kind of goes to the left and then to the right, and then wherever it goes. I don't know. That's what it looks like. But look at all that, just in this wide area alone, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever, how many's on this side, and then there's bigger ones right here. I don't know. Structures? Don't know. But again, it looks like it's got that, I don't know if it's just like pixelation they try to blotch out. But this is what I find weird. Look at the difference here. It looks like it's kind of, look at the way this one runs. They look like there's two bridges and they run parallel to each other. This one goes off, goes into this area here, and it goes out, and it goes into this area wherever. And there's something right there, some kind of structure or something right there. And look at them all. They're all inside there. Just look carefully. And you should, like I said, just pause it and zoom in. You'll see what I'm talking about. Going across, down here, different areas. I mean, it's just crazy. This stuff is everywhere. Here's your base image. And just look real carefully at the little details. Okay? Now, again, I'm seeing a lot of green in here, guys. Everywhere you look, there's green. Trees. It looks like trees. This one here has this weird opening. Watch the way this goes. Look at the way this one runs along. It looks like the black line here looks like a road. It spills onto this wider area, and then look at it. It goes right up into here, into this other bridge. This one here goes off into here. Look at all of these little things now. See how it like runs all the way along here, up and looks like another bridge with its archway. Kind of goes. Now this is inverted, and you can just see all of these crazy little things in this one area. And then it looks, see right here, goes off in this little tiny road, goes off into here. That's the one that looks like it continues on. See it? Comes up. It looks like it goes up underneath this, comes up on here, and then back into this area, and then into this road here, the lower one. The higher one looks like it goes into this area here. It's goofy, man. It's just, and like I said, just zoom in on it, or just flat out get the picture, do this yourselves, because some people got a lot better, software than I've got. I'm using, like, one of them I use is free. You can get online. It's like a knockoff of Photoshop. I mean, it's pretty easy stuff to use. And look at right here. It looks like it continues on and goes off into here. And then, is it an opening here in the mountain? But, I mean, you look at this. It looks like it appears to be things right here. Now, I don't see anything else right there, but it looks like right here, there's like several things sitting on the side of the road, or it's on the road. I don't know. It looks like it's on the side of the road, like some kind of structures. But it looks like it goes through a tunnel right here. Comes back out. See it? Or somehow it's going into these, it looks like tubes. I don't know. I'm just looking at this here. This is just nuts. This looks like this bridge comes down into here. Look at it. Goes up, comes down, goes this way, comes around here, back down here. You can see the road. Goes and spills into here. This one comes out, goes into here. Oh, it's nuts. It's absolutely crazy. So, I don't know. Again, I'm going to let you guys give me your take on this. I mean, here's another example. Look at the size of this. What is this? It's got this round thing. See, there's two of them. What is these? Just what are these? I mean, look at all these. It looks like there's little trees everywhere you look. I mean, come on. Everywhere. Round things. Different. I don't know. I don't even know. Look at all of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's like 6, 7 things standing right here. All these little tiny dots in these areas. I don't know. Look at this right in here. Everywhere you look. And you can see where they really try to take all of this stuff out. And I purposely think I think they just go out of their way to just try to blur this. So you go, well, there can't be nothing there. It's crazy. Or they go out of their way to make it look like a mountainside. I don't know. There's so many things you can do with programs today. Who the heck knows? So, again, you guys can tell me what you think that is. Then I'm going to back out. I'm going to go to this. Okay, I'm going to zoom into over here in this area. Okay. Alright, just to show you guys real quick. Okay. This to me looks more natural. How about this right here? This is where I think there's another bridge right here. Now, I don't think these are lights or anything like that, but I think what they tried to do is I think they try to pixel out the actual shape of the bridge, but inadvertently they actually showed the bridge. And here it is. That's the base picture. Okay. And you can just see like a valley here in between it goes up. Another valley right here goes up. See it? Goes right in here and goes back up. And then it drops off big time, comes over to here, and then it meets back over to here, and it looks like a road right here. Okay. Here's the wild part. If you look real closely, and again, I can step aside. You could pause it right here. Look right here. This is why I said, I don't know if I mentioned it earlier, but it looked like the bridges are kind of like those cable-supported bridges. And the reason why I say this is because I look at this one right here. There's some kind of tower sticking up, and it's got something off. It looks like a cable to the left, cable to the right. Okay, and you can still see it right there. I'm going to zoom in, and of course it's not going to be very clear, but let me do this. Let me go back to this. See it right there? It's standing up, and it's got this weird thing going off, weird thing going off. Okay, it's still there. It looks like it's got something going off, going on. Now, here's the wild part. Where there was shadow, it looks like valley areas. See how like it's kind of dark there? It's kind of dark there. Now, watch this. When I invert now, it's now light. Makes sense. The dark areas would be inverted. They'd be, turn white instead of the dark area. But see it right there? Now, watch this. See how the way this bridge, it's like, let's say this is the bottom of it, and this is the top. Look at the way it goes up, and then goes back down. Like it'd be almost like a cable-supported bridge. Right here, goes up in this hill, goes back down, and then it kind of meets off here. And like I said, it's got that weird thing right there. See it? I'm going to back up. Right there. I don't know, guys. I mean, it's crazy. Now, just to give you guys a better idea with this, I mean, whether you believe there is anything here or not, check this out. I thought this was pretty funky. I mean, just look anywhere in here. There's a bunch of stuff in these valleys. See it? It's got this round thing here with a dome on it or some kind of dot. Something right in here. But there's some things, where are they? I mean, you can see things just like in right here. This is all a bunch of trees, at least it appears to be. Look at this right here. Looks like some kind of big water tank kind of thing going on. It looks like it's pretty tall. Got something going off. It looks like it's got a shadow to it. Something's right there. I don't know what that is. I don't know if these are structures. Call them what you want. When I invert it, it kind of has this like octagon shape kind of thing. And you can see those two things right there. But this is just a flip side of the picture. Just to give you an idea, there is something there, 100%. And it's in the picture. Look at this. 1, 2, 3. All these little things inside here. Just look at these clearings in the woods. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, there's all kinds of crazy things inside this. Look at this. This is what looks to me like a forest. It looks like just openings in it, and you can see little structures and all kinds of little roads and all kinds of things in here. This is where I think they made their boo-boo. They messed up a lot of this area. Like, see how this looks like a bunch of cluster. But then when you look over here, you can see stuff. Well, when I say clearly, I mean it looks a lot better than that. So I think that's where they made their screw up. And again, here's that area. And see how you can just see that's manipulated. Come on. All in this right here. Look at these. Look like little roads all over the place. Look at this area right here. Okay. Oh, it's nuts. So I don't know, guys. I'm seeing these structures, and I don't think this is a far jump or far leap to believe that these are bridges. And they did what they could to kind of blotch them out. I'll tell you why. Because see this right here? Has that kind of like skill saw blade kind of thing going on some of these edges of these pictures. So I'm saying, okay, is it part of... And there's another area here I'm trying to find. Where did it go? Well, not going to find it now. But, I mean, just look anywhere in this picture. I mean, come on. You can just see it looks like just clearings, roads, all kinds of things. And then you get into, stuff that looks more like, structures. But see how, like, on this right here, you don't know if this is... See how they try to blotch it out? So my thing is this. They try to do the same here, but why is it just coincidental? It looks like it's kind of straight across. And then it's got the upper part, goes like this and up and down. And then there's something up here that does kind of the same. See it? And inadvertently, they actually kind of pointed it out. Because it looks like it's something straight going over valleys. I don't know. Between the four of these what look like bridges and these things that are in the valleys, I'm going to say that they're bridges. I'm going to say they're cars. Is there any way of telling or knowing for sure? No, of course not. But just, I mean, just look around yourself. Just take a peek around. All I do is you just base image. You can use a little brightness and control if you want to. And you can just equalize it, and there you go. I mean, I'm not doing a whole lot to this picture, guys. And you can just see this stuff everywhere. I mean, just take a look around. Different things here and there. You know what I mean? All of this area here. That's not nature. That can't be nature. Look at this. Look at this thing, how it kind of has this corner to it. See it? You know, is it a road that comes up here and somehow it drives around? I don't know. It just looks kind of weird how it's got this kind of square off to it. I don't think that's a mountain at all, to be honest with you. See how it's like cut out in here? It looks like little areas that are cut out in this woods and stuff. I don't know. Look at this. Right here. Take a good look at the features in here. Look at this. Perfect, like, landscape cut out. Circles. More green. You know? Everywhere you look, there's some kind of structure. Some kind of... I think this is, like, one of the best pictures as far as seeing good quality stuff or stuff that's on Mars. I mean, it's just... I mean, you can just see these things. This can't be nature. I mean, there's some things that are just too perfect. Look at this. All these little things in a row in this one area cut out. And if this is trees and let's call it a forest, I mean, look at the way this, look at this. This is pretty wild. It looks like it's something right here. Looks like a road or something like that. And of course it's hidden behind these trees, but look how it comes out right here. Comes in. Looks like it goes down, and then who knows if it doesn't go into this valley here. I don't know. Look at all this in here. All of it up in here. Everywhere you look, there's something there. See it? Now, I get that. So, I mean, some of these things may just simply be landscape, or it's their manipulation. I'll go with that. You know, I couldn't prove this to you guys regardless. But I'm going to say safely these are bridges. These are structures. These are, you know, just modern day stuff. Just all strewn around, just laying around. And I believe a lot of this here is all structures. See it all? I mean, you can see it even in the base picture. You can see this stuff. So it's everywhere you look, and it's just, and you can tell it's not some kind of compression marks or something like that, because it's like stuff is like completely wide open areas. I mean, there's just some things. Look at this. Different shapes of stuff. See it? It's just not something you'd find in a typical picture or compression. Look at this. Like, it just runs all the way down. Look at this thing. Are these large structures? What are they? See how they just kind of... I don't know. But if these are true and these are real, then there's no doubt in my mind that these small bridges, or whatever I say are bridges, that they're not bridges in cars. It's as simple as that. So, guys, check this thing out yourself. I think you'd enjoy this. I think this is, you know, shows... really, without a doubt, that there's actual, in this particular area anyway, there's structures, bridges, cars. Although you can't see cars, I mean, you try to put one and one together. It's not far-fetched to believe there's structures here, there's definitely vehicles. Come on. We got to put two and two together here, too. And we got to figure out, I think common sense has to kick in. Unless these people are on horseback, which makes no sense, there's got to be vehicles. So, with that, I'm going to let you guys rock. I think this video's been long enough. I just wanted to point out, in addition to what the Olympus Sky channel put on there, and like I said, you can check it out. It's How to and Clear Mars City official image. I will put the image and the link to the ESA. It will be in my description. As always, I always do that for you guys. If you're watching my videos and you haven't subscribed, please do. And I invite you to look at all my videos. You'll see all of the things on. I do many planets, Mercury, Saturn, you know, you name it. You know, the moons. There's a lot of anomalies that are hidden there. It's just not on Mars, guys, I promise you. Check this stuff out for yourself. You be the judge. I always tell people, you be the judge. This is the reason why I want the interaction with my subscribers, just so I can get an idea what they think they think the stuff is, because they may not agree with me. And then sometimes I go back and I go, oh, I thought it looked like this, but it's something else. This is the reason why I like input. So with that, like I said, if you haven't subscribed, please do. Give me some thumbs up. Greatly appreciated. You know, leave a comment down below. And that's it. You guys have a great day. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next pick.